waiting. I crave blood.
Don't touch me.
I hope this is important.
Deu uma arrumada
For your sake.
na barra de atalho, tá bem melhor agora. Bom, agora é só ir embora, né? Ah, verdade. Tinha algum telhado do pedágio. Deixa eu ver. Pedágio. Pra cá. Tá, vem aqui. Eu de fato, eu nunca olhei muito no telhado aqui não. Bom, não parece ter algo, né? Não achei porra nenhuma. Top 10 informações. Nada errado, né? Óbvio.
Let's see.
Oh, adeus, ato 2.
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Oxe, uma árvore nascendo na estátua, como assim? Balbenimir. Foram homens mortais? Caramba.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Entendi.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Ah, tem a travessia, tem um castelo, depois tem a cidade. Meu, aqui dá pra ver melhor, ó. Aqui, ó, tem umas casas, umas paradas. Aí aqui tem um castelo e dali você pode entrar na cidade. A maior parte da cidade é lá, ó. Atravessa uma montanha.
Light on my feet. What's hiding here? Always at your side.
I'm listening.
Nossa, você vai falar dessa distância. Esquece a LARP, esquece a LARP.
Well met.
Deixa eu ver uma coisa. Estamos da cor da roupa dela, então. Gale também, talvez. Mas de manhã é mais fácil.
almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up?
É.
Don't be so modest.
Gostei do visual novo, realmente.
You should come over more often.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
De novo.
I've been unfair to you, but honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know? Anytime.
E você, Jaheira?
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth.
Cadê a Leizel? Cadê o resto do povo? Aqui, pra cá.
Hey, soldier.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Tá, né?
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. Hardly. I'm more than glad to leave that place behind. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
E eu vou ligar o ventilador.
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems. Go ahead. I'm listening.
You smell very delicious. Ooh, more.
You wish to consult me?
What to do?
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Me.
Let's find some prey.
This is your end. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Time to kill. Let's move.
Time to strike.
Giftasky! For Orpheus!
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Unleash me.
With finesse.
I am fury. I am death. On the move.
Shall we dance? Quick and easy.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yes.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Friend of Geth, you will be cleansed.
Still on my feet. Blood comes easy these days. Feel death's cold grip.
Thirst for combat.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
How delicious.
Our enemies still draw breath. At your bidding.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yankee is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. Look around you. We are at war. Fight with me. Your future depends on it. Together, we can turn the tide.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
They won't expect this.
true.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Let's go.
Burro pra caralho também. Ele bebe veneno em vez de colocar na arma. É um gênio, nossa. Caralho. Assassino gênio. Vá chamar o seu pai, aquele viado que tá dando uma bunda, filho da porra. Calma lá, calma lá, calma lá, calma lá, calma lá, calma lá. Não me teleporta lá não, filha da puta. Não me teleporta não. Vai dar o cu.
Proceeding.
É, não vou me sair correndo igual um doente. Não, não, você que se foda.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Foda-se. Tem 140 de vida. Dá seus pulos aí. Parabéns! Nossa, é um gênio. Pulou na morte. Parabéns. Nossa, é um pior que o outro. É o assassino que bebe veneno e o imbecil que pula pra própria morte. Tu é burro? Tu é burro? Tu vai pular pra morte por causa de quê, ô seu retardado? Pronto, todo mundo aqui? Bora então. Vai, karatê, capoeira, sei lá, foda.
Destroy the god. I will subdue their master.
Foda-se. Tinha falado mesmo? Foda-se.
Despite
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
É, sinto muito, Lae'zel. Ó, é o seguinte, cara, é o seguinte, vai se fuder. Se vira, se vira, se vira, se vira, eu não quero saber não, se vira.
A better position.
Tu tem vida pra cacete. Dá seus pulos aí, dá seus pulos. Ah, aqui, pau no cu. Come o cu dele, Lae'zel. Come o cu dele. Nossa. Ah, vai errar o seu caralho! Inútil. Como consegue? É a capoeira paraná do capeta, dá 3 golpes e acerta os 3, né? Tomar no cu ninguém quer. Cara caído, conseguiu errar 2 vezes, com 80% mais 50%, dá o que? 90%, filha da puta. Ah, não, 90% é muito pouco ainda, né? De 95%. Toma! Toma agora, seu filho da puta. Toma! Os caras têm uma C alta. CA, né? Yay! Parabéns! Isso aí. Boa, boa. Mais um. Maluco. enfim, hein? Até que enfim, hein? Toma no cu. Toma mais um. Quer mais um? Toma. Praga. Pronto, não tem mais caminho interrompido. Tá bom assim pra você?
What's this?
Por isso não. Ah, belo dano, uau.
So much for peace.
Calma, calma, calma. Olha só, finalmente indo pra cima. Sabia.
Just like old times.
Chupa, filho da puta. Vai dar o cu. Ah, vai, pega, vai.
Swift and lethal.
Olá, amigo. Ah, é, eles são monges, né? Eles não tem nada. Funciona só uma vez, que legal. Olá, amigo. Nossa!
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
Ah, ele era Minion do Absoluta, mas na verdade do cérebro. E virou Absoluta depois.
Rather them than potential future allies, like you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Shastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense will be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Meu Deus. Não, não, não.
I understand.
Que maneira evoluir? Tá
Your
maluco?
present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind...
Não vou precisar disso. Não estou jogando hard nem nada. Confia.
Look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Bom pra monge. Variar, né? São monges aqui.
Anything of value?
Githian. Não tem mais nada, não. Vambora.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Out of here, quickly! We'll speak after.
Tá, né? Vamos fugir.
Bet that'll fit in my pack.
É um disco? Ah, tem um disco ali, ó, Isel.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Pera aí, ó. Caralho, ela fez um acordo com o diabo pra fazer isso.
Never a dull moment.
Incrível, né?
Let's have a look. Never wanted the easy path.
Fragmento.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Podia falar com ele, né? Mas acho que já falou tudo.
Anything of use?
Lixo, lixo, lixo.
Just what I need.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
57ª. Caramba.
Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus was is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided. I know, and I won't.
You wish to consult me? We will need every advantage to survive the battles that are to come. And my illithid parasite has already shown its worth. If this superior tadpole is capable of unlocking my mind's full potential, It is a tempting proposition. I am surprised you have not drawn on its power yourself.
Meu Deus do céu.
As you should. When I am stronger, we are stronger.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power if we're willing to evolve. We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it. That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. I had nothing for so long. Nothing. Not even my own body. I will not give it up. Now it's mine again.
You look like you want to say the magic words, like they're right on the tip of your lips. I sure love it when they beg. Been blessed already, haven't you? Move on with your life.
I'm listening.
By Baldur's bones, this is a lot to take in. Let's see if I've got this right. 1, we've been carrying a mind flayer around with us this whole time. 2, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new illithid talents. 3, the Mind Flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything? How could I forget? One of Baldur's Gate's most distinguished figures, a Mind Flayer's ally. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Illithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it. Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I'm not about to make such a sacrifice. Not now, not ever. Thank you.
Well met.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. I like how you think.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those Illithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole? You know what that offer truly entails, don't you? Become half a mind flayer, lose half of yourself. I don't want that. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me. Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. What's on your mind? Special, tadpole? Bit of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I don't even want a regular one. You're talking about turning into what? A half squid? Not surprised you haven't tried it yourself yet.
Thank the gods. Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Oh, quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. You've not taken this power for yourself. So I can only wonder, why offer it to me?
Moving ahead. I have a lot on my mind.
You wish to consult me?
My faith protects me.
sharp as ever. Can't give up now. Maybe it'll bring us closer.
So your confidant was a mind flayer all along. Disquieting, to say the least.
So your mysterious artifact, tamer of parasites, is only another parasite itself. How do you feel? Knowing the cost of keeping your transformation at bay. No notions of heroism put you above human failings. I should know. I've had my share of songs written about me. Illithids are monstrous creatures. But in the end, they are only that. Creatures. And if it can, a parasite will keep its host fat, happy, and safe. Until it is finished feeding, at least. Am I comforting you? I am not comforting myself. Use the Emperor as it would use you. Or discard it. My days of doubting you are done.
How much farther can I go?
You wish to consult me? Admirable ambition. But you must make room for me first. A paragon of wisdom. Our enemies are everywhere.
At least things have stayed interesting. A private word would be nice.
I'm listening. The party's full. You'll need to make room. Ready for battle.
A hero at heart. Best foot forward.
Well, you'll need to free up your ranks a little first.
Have to keep going.
I'm listening. You're full up. Well chosen.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
There's no time to waste.
Action, not reaction.
No time to rest. Swift as my feet can carry me.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Deixa eu ver.
Don't mind if I do.
Dá pra pegar o bagulho? Falando nisso, hora de distribuir as poções. Deixa eu ver. Tá. Separa 4. Heart, Laser. Quanto você tem do maiorzinho? 2, 2, 3. Tá, manda um punho, vai. Para de ser mão de vaca. Pronto. Oh, e esse sininho?
Donkey ding! You ruin everything! Anything you want to say? Anytime, babe. Been blessed already, haven't you? Move on with your life.
Que bênção você tá mandando, meu Deus? Opa! Que isso?
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Jenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
Nossa.
Oh, wow, thank you. Mum loved food like this. Simple is best, she always said. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
The possibilities are endless.
Oxi. Falando nisso, eu pensei, não tem nada pra usar. Tem sim, cara. Joga com animais. Presta atenção.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
I've been seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
And you'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
Baldur's Gate.
Caramba!
The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
Não, tá muito mais seguro com a gente.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Triste.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Not quite. Above all else, protecting our base of operations in Baldur's Gate was the reason I had to surrender my memories to begin with. Or at least, that's what I was led to believe. We should look for someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll have little recourse but to wander the whole city searching. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
There, and we're down here.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects. Fine. What's on your mind?
Não, só isso mesmo. E você?
Incredible to be back. My home. My city. Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back? Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the elf song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
Deixa eu ir falar com o povo.
I have something to ask.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worms Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in. Ask it.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worms Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Carla, vou usar o último negocinho em você. Ó, caramba. Ah, é capa, não tem capa. Aê, agora sim. Dourado e vermelho, hein? Combinou.
Worms Crossing, the gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that bridge. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
Confio.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Isn't there a human crest she can join?
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you. I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
I'm just a cat. Please, talk to Yenna. I don't like talking. Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. Please don't.
I'll give it a shot.
Já falei. Mais tarde.
Worm's Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better.
Perigoso. Vocês estão ainda? Precisa descansar. Preciso
Come
ver.
to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Não, mudou. E você?
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. He told me we'd be together now. Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much.
The next urchin that tries to pick my pocket will lose its hand. Half of the children here are already mutilated by poverty and starvation. I am reminded of the Breran, the stench streets of Menzoberranzan, where the sick and the outlawed make their homes. Despite the destitution, there is profit and opportunity to be found in such places, if one is willing to wade through the squalor. Yes, I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. I expect it will live up to its legend. From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror. For my people, to reject Lolth is to reject life. I am an apostate and would be executed. Though I am proud, I prefer exile to death. If you had seen my city's splendor, you would not ask the question. I will miss it until the day I die. I am a daughter of Menzoberranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. I lived a life of privilege and danger. My home was at the tallest point of Cuel Arzol, the place of the nobles, a plateau high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself, and I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins. She taught me to be resilient and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is intelligent, strong, and capable as both a leader and a fighter. An impressive woman. It is a shame that she devotes all of her talents and experience to the futile cause of the Harpers. Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic. It is precisely because they are perceived as good that they are so dangerous. Their intentions do more harm to the world than any warmonger could.
Então, né? Já vi isso.
Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice? Then let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no water deep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone. Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy. Hast thou other business?
I do not understand why the matrons, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day. You wish to consult me?
I am yours. Come to me. You are exquisite.
Awaiting orders.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. What path lies before me?
Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone. Don't get me started.
One foot in front of the other.
If you don't get out of there, I'm going to have to make you.
Oh, yeah? You're gonna get your thugs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But if you do insist on continuing to be difficult...
I need a quick word.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home. Either they leave or I'll make them. Fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
Is the little dog trying to intimidate us? If it continues to bark, I will snap its neck.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Up on the hill.
It's up there, and we're down here.
That's what you're calling this new business.
Always good to talk, my friend.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing round. Thank you. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Better not be cursed. That might be worth a look.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
What's inside?
No.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Pride of the gate. The magic touch.
Better to be within its walls than without. At least here we stand a chance.
No one stopped me yet.
Do we have a target? Orders received.
What peace? Haven't you heard there's an
Looking
army
ahead.
marching towards the city?
Better to be within.
You wish to consult me?
Seems simple enough.
Not bad. I've had better days. And worse ones.
Breathe deep and move.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
Best avoid that trap.
The pride of the gate.
Best get going.
My
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
So much for a warm welcome.
A trap. Watch it.
In your name.
Defender of the people.
Trap. So much for a warm welcome.
A trap. Watch it. Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
There can be no respite. A trap! Let us send forth our least favorite, to be sure.
Ever onward.
Looks like a trap there.
Be cautious.
Cheers to the taxidermist. Must have taken ages to stuff.
A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown. A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Let's see. Watch how you go. An ordinary lamp. Not a trace of magic on it.
Where am I needed? The magic touch.
Arthur's hardly the philanthropist he pretends to be. Those toys should be destroyed.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Suspeito separado. Acho que o cara vai ter um livro de contrato infernal ali. Peraí, tinha um ursinho estranho aqui, né?
Something good here, I hope.
Olha desse ursinho. Porra nenhuma. Vou deixar mutado de novo, porque o ventilador tá ligado, deve estar fazendo barulho. Deixa eu ver se tá fazendo barulho.
No.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching?
I don't like being cooped up inside, but it's what's best for Cinta. I'll make sure she knows you had a hand in it.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
The right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
No, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Refugees for hire. Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that
Sweet
name.
things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can
Sulking and start walking right now.
Don't want to draw any attention. I just want a little look.
Sharp as ever. Ever onward.
Silence is gold.
Everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Very well.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
Very well.
A theft has been reported, and it seems you're the only suspect. Choose your next step wisely. You offer a generous sum, but gold cannot help you here. You're headed for the cells.
Fudeu. Ah, desgraça. Um cara arrombado, vai tomar no rabo. Ué? Por que vocês dois?
Deafening silence.
Ah, não, vai tomar no cu, agora que eu vou roubar de vez. Ah, se fuder. Como que o cara tem telecinese? Opa, o baú foi aberto? Como você sabia, filho da desgraça? Como que você sabia? O maluco é o Superman. Visão raio-x pra saber que o baú tá vazio? Não, não, não. Bora, bora. Agora eu vou roubar essa desgraça com força. Você quer? Vai tomar no cu. Vocês não precisam de poção não, vocês são bons de merda.
Turn back, citizen. It's my job to do exactly. They nearly had it too.
É, vigia de aço, blá 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 blá, foda-se. Enfia o vigia de aço no... Eu vou ir roubar essa porra, fica aí.
Just out of view. Moving in. Can't risk being in open view. One day I'll catch a break.
Cozy bed soon enough.
And you'll have everything you want for supper.
I should speak up.
It's your tummy can handle.
Vamos ver que você vai ver também.
No pest.
Best be on my way.
Walking right now. Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
I see it. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seen that for days. My feet hurt.
Sério? Que ódio.
But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Anything you want for supper.
No discussion.
E agora tu não vê?
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cell.
Vontade de... Nossa. Ai, às vezes um impulso sombrio parece uma boa escolha, viu?
No, little one. But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
Vambora.
Ready.
And you'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
An earthquake, maybe. I don't remember one ever shaking the city.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
O que é aqui? Ah, o boi.
Here goes nothing. What's up for discussion?
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. And mine. And mine. Though, one thing I find quite distasteful is being kept outside our intended city. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller, more discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through, right in their little pocket. Ooh. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack, just until we are inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
Quem é Cyric?
That might
consigo ver nada.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Deixa eu só ver, quem é Sirik? Que deus é esse? O deus louco, príncipe das mentiras. Ok. Tá, vou só dar uma olhada aqui.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got...
Oops.
Young lady, Shadowheart. Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
Hipócrita.
You and I have nothing more to say to one another.
Que
You see
vontade
them
de
over
meter
there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words.
Agora eu quero ver isso. Bosta. O dado não ajuda. Filha da mãe. Eu vou usar a inspiração pra isso.
Ah! Oh gods, oh gods. Look, let me live and I'll say nothing. I swear it. Just leave me and mine alone.
To take down troublemakers. So
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Oh, no. You misunderstand. I mean, anyone could be among these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision. Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
Aham, vai sim, vai sim, vai sim. Gortash vai fazer muita diferença.
The excess of refugees outside the city walls could easily become a surplus of laborers.
Careful, Minthara. As a drow exile, you could be classed as a refugee yourself. Not volunteering, I take it?
I am a daughter of House Bainray. I obey no authority except my own desires.
I can think of at least one Wriggly stowaway who might dispute that.
Refugees can't stay here, Robinson. They're a danger to all of us.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Lord on the rack, give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
I may not weep for my home, but I would take a mushroom over a flower any day.
I would have said I admire fungi as well.
To take down troublemakers.
Until I met such a thing you call a myconid.
Então, né, miconídeo é meio bizarro.
Attention! Donations desperately needed for refugees. Every copper helps.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
I cannot tell if you are more a deviant or a debutante, Shadowheart.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Putz, interrompeu a conversa com a Mintara. Ok, né?
You wish to consult me?
I am yours. Come to me. You give me courage.
Maybe one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlets? You and I have nothing.
Donations? Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Nothing to donate? Then again, do kindly leave. Back again, are you? If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Let's see what you've got.
Eu tenho suprimento, não tem não. Oh, droga.
Where am I needed? The pride of the gate.
Nothing to donate.
Calma aí, rapidinho. Era pra estar aqui. Três.
Back again. If you don't have anything to donate, let's see what you've got. Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
Sério, Mintara também?
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Got something else to donate, have you? Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will
Calma,
be
Mita,
greatly
calma.
appreciated.
File a report, and I'm sure the manor can deal with it.
Got something else to donate, have you? I'm gonna let you through because I don't want to take any risks. But you better not be lying.
Ih, eu esqueci de tirar a roupa do Will. Bom. Joga.
Nesta let you in? Good. Means you'll be further away from me.
Nossa, que legal.
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the manip says so...
I didn't ask for your opinion, Fist. Fall in and do your job.
Will.
Where am I needed?
Sua vez.
One move ahead.
Are you gonna search the barn or what?
Aqui? Boa de doações. Quem falhou? Shadowheart.
Don't take that on yourself. You know who's really responsible.
Nossa, que belo conto de fada.
You were right. Explosives. Now give me some room. I need to make sure the rest of these donations are safe. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
But from what you tell me,
Bom. Ele consegue desarmar, né?
I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No,
Nem precisava. Vai cair um 10 aqui, ó. Vai cair um 10 aqui, fica vendo.
injured children. It's abominable.
Please give me a hug. Bet your arms would be so snug.
Is that blood?
Who would do such a thing?
Never mind.
Gods, any one of us could have been blown to smithereens. I thought this assignment was going to be dull.
Cheio de explosivo.
No such luck.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Seems we were patrolling around a powder keg. Glad I didn't get burned up.
Boys, trapped to injured children. It's abominable.
Should mind my step.
Explosives in toys. How despicable. Hope Lord Gortash gets this stuff sorted out.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see. Salutations once more, old stick. Always a treat to have visitors.
Ah, as crianças aqui. Eu vi alguém falando da mall.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Só tem umas coisinhas também. Tô isso, tô isso. Ah, 70 anos. Pode conjurar queda suave. Interessante, hein? Acho que vou pegar Pastarium. Por que não? É o martelo de guerra do Keter? Divirte-se.
Blade at the ready.
Grande boss esse martelo.
What's next?
Ah, lança da noite. Raio lunar, mas eu prefiro raio solar, cara.
Sharp as ever.
A long way to go still.
Peraí. Tá.
At your command.
Não, vou deixar isso aqui.
Stay away from trapped chests.
Eu comprei isso. Astarium.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Passe isso pro Will.
Defender of the people.
É melhor? Será? Deixa eu ver. 7,19, né? Sete 14, putz. Por mais que tenha raio arm, não. Lança da noite de Silume. Vamos pra Jarreira. Pode voltar com sua coisa.
Let's move.
Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now. Good thing, huh? Bye.
Minion da arpia.
If not over, then through.
What do you think that clerk has got in his crate?
I don't know. Lunch?
I bet that's where he keeps the valuables.
Blasted shit. No wonder we're being replaced by steel watches.
I got you.
Something's on my mind.
You can't catch me.
Is Drow society, as the books say? It almost sounds tempting. Matriarchal power flourishing to its greatest extent.
It flourishes because the strong feed on the weak. Charming as you are, child, you would be nourishment for the matron's mothers.
Of course.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes in?
What will we wear while we're washing it? We only got away with what we have on.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Shares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth. Piss off, would you? I've got some papers I have to file to get in. Apparently. Bloody bleeding bureaucrats.
Oh caramba, fala com o anão. Não é pra andar não.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hid him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is, but we have to.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more. I dunno. Maybe Greg has some ideas about how we can help Grunch get inside the walls. I can't think straight anymore.
Cara é meio.
When Nilos and me were hiding, and hungry, and scared, it was Grunch who got us through. I'm not letting him down now.
Não são as mentes mais brilhantes que eu já vi.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
So many more could have survived if we...
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
Actually got here safely, towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like. The old crone is watching me like a drunk eyes her bottle. I'll never ditch her at this rate.
Can't figure out how Garon puts up with her. Maybe she treats him special in the sack. No, Giselle, don't think about it.
Sorry to burden you like that before. I should just try to remember the good days before we had to leave Barriskir.
Bite of something solid. Even if we only have tankers of river water to raise, we'll drink to their memory.
Eu lembro de vocês.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
I'm really worried about Umi. They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
So many more could have... We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy.
We made it through hell, twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget.
Será? Pera, você tá falando de quem? Agora eu tô confuso.
Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say?
Meu Deus.
Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
Tinha que ser, né? Putz, grila. Tava muito estranho a
So,
conversa.
you're the lick spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So, Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Putz, grila.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next?
We should have an exile's feast to commemorate those...
While she lives, Orin will continue to terrorize us, and soon she will make good on her threats. She thinks we are weak, afraid, vulnerable. We need to prove her wrong. I am not on edge. I am alert, as you should be too. Orin could be anywhere, could be anyone.
Despite her protestations to the contrary, it is clear that Minthara is afraid.
Eita, pô. Medo, 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 medo. Agora eu tô com medo. Então, né? Eu acho que a minha persuasão foi meio falha. Puta que pariu. É sério, vou tentar mais uma vez. Obrigado.
If you sense my fear, be sure that she does too. It is her greatest weapon. She has the scent of our blood, and she will tease and toy until she tires of the hunt. Then she will obliterate us without a second thought. She had me in her clutches once before. Promise that you won't let it happen again. Thank you. Together, we will survive her. I am not intimidated. I am terrified. You should be too. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever.
Que bonitinho.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
We'll drink to their memory.
Deixa eu ver aqui o que todo mundo acha.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
Eu não sei nada de doppelganger.
Their origins are shrouded in mystery.
Ah. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. Ask it.
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me.
Né? Ainda vai chegar a hora que você vai descer a sua nela.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve.
Orin, Skvar, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Qual a sua opinião? Nenhuma.
Come to bask in the glow of the moon.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Não, já falei com o cara.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
Não, para de querer perguntar da larva. Fica a larva no rabo.
Fate, spin. Dost thou require a new ally?
Não, quero não.
I've heard Alfira made her way into the city.
Bards can talk their way out of trouble as well as into it.
She sent a message. She's at the Elf Song Tavern, hopefully making herself comfortable.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
Ah, o Fira entrou.
Look at that! Finest pie the fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge wherever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
Back off! I found these apples first.
Look! The other refugees clean broke the cart while looting it. Damn thing is useless now. The state of this cart. I mean, what were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
That's curious.
Look at that! Finest pie, fruit and mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep?
There'll always be more. They spread like locusts.
So we should do nothing? Just wait for the next wave?
We let emotion cloud our judgment, and it almost doomed us. We need strategy and cool heads.
Should we fortify the camp? Wait for the vampires to strike here?
And let them marshal all their strength against
again.
us.
Another defeat will wipe us out.
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. You're a bright light on a dark day. We underestimated an enemy, much like I underestimated you and your vampiric companion. Oh, yes. I know you hid him from me. But this is not the moment to discuss it. This is about the dead, not the undead.
Frey, Vald Iskdurovna. Frey, Vald Iskablast.
Our tribe left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned. They could not.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
I will say no more. It's not my tale to tell.
No. That shame is mine alone. I thought I knew the faces of all your friends, Gandrel. But this one is new to me. Those who have left us will be celebrated, not mourned. They died well, after all.
As we all hoped to. And this is the one I spoke of, my lady. The stranger I met while hunting the spawn. They killed not only that Fenn's hag, but also the undying General Thorm, if the rumors are true.
2 fine trophies. Perhaps I can interest you in a third. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could. Then we will settle for blood. Cazador must be destroyed. For the safety of the city,
and to make sure no one else must feel our pain. The main entrance is blockaded, but there is another way. Near the park, you will find a broken tower, mid-repair. Climb the scaffolding, and you can enter his palace. It may be watched, but you will not walk into the slaughter that we did. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Must be done.
Nothing less.
Nothing less will do.
If our children still live, stand between them what will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear.
We do nothing. We cannot
innocent
build.
We can do nothing for you here. All that is left is to face the beast, Cazador.
We are begging help from you, an outsider. I would follow Ulmer to the hells and back, but this does not feel right.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Ulmer insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts.
I pray you will succeed where we failed.
Exterminate every last vampire parasite.
There are no screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
Our dead fought well. They died well. I hope I can live up to their example.
Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us.
Rush into their halls again. Another defeat will wipe us out.
Tenso.
Forgive me.
Here we are, Griselda. All in one.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Just a little singed, eh, the Scotty? No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy. Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they let animals in the camp. Means Biscotti can be kept away from that awful war.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? Yes! Oh, goodness, yes! I am a good dog. Fantastic stuff! Oh, yes, you're lovely. You can come back. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Here it comes. Yes, yes, yes! Amazing! Perfect! No notes!
If you've never had a hound yourself, I'd highly recommend it. Does wonders to distract from this horrible absolute business.
I apologise for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort. Never been to Baldur's Gate? Not sure how many gnomes are there. Sure hope I find some kind of gnomish community behind those walls.
Washing my pits, this is the song when I... Aye! Can a bloke not get any bleeding privacy around here? Bunch of perverts, the lot of you. I hate this place. I can't even soap my forearms in peace.
This isn't the door.
Ah, parar por aqui. Muita coisa pra fazer nessa cidade.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
You've been saying that for days.
Quanto? 70 horas.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big
Opa, tá quanto?
soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper.
89.
All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before